What's going on? Hide and read. How you doing? I'm doing fine. In front of me, I got a stack of books. Below you, there's a stack of books, and we're gonna go through them. Hopefully, by the end of the year, maybe we could even do a separate video for this. I want to add up all the books that I acquired, and hopefully it is equal to the number of books that I read. And then for the following year, 2027, I want to start kind of making some progress at slimming it down a little bit. So yeah, as I read the books this year, I'm either deciding to put them in like the free libraries, trade them in for credit, or just give them to somebody I know. Or if they're terrible and nobody should read them, maybe I'll just throw them away. So yeah, just some general thoughts of my book. Can't speak. Book purchasing. I used all my speaking. I had a job interview this morning. I think it went pretty well. I'd be surprised if I don't get this job. Let's see. Yeah, so on the way home, I was passing Ollie's bookstore. That's how I think of it because I don't really buy anything else there. Ollie's is actually just like one of these. It's kind of like a giant dollar store where things cost more than it's kind of hard to explain. This has got a lot of stuff in there, and it's cheap. Yeah, good stuff, cheap. And they have like the ugliest mascot ever. I love it. So we'll go through the bag. I spent $20 at Ollie's, and then I got a really nice gift. And then I picked up two books during last week. So what does $20 get you at Ollie's book-wise? Well, this episode is sponsored by Nutter Butter, so I had to pick up some Nutter Butters. Yeah, they're so kind to sponsor the channel. Yeah, delicious peanut butter sandwiches, mass-produced, definitely not full of chemicals or crickets or cockroach pieces. There's no way any of that's in there. Moving right along, picked up some Johnstones. Go West, Young Man, a novel of America. And yeah, this is a Johnstone and J.A. Johnstone, so one of the newer ones. Who knows who's writing these things? I mean, hopefully one day we find out. Got a big stack of them. Then we got another Johnstone. Don't worry, it's not all Johnstone, don't worry. It is a lot. To the River's End, a novel of the American frontier. This is like a fur trapper kind of story. Fur trapper, mountain man kind of deal. And again, J. Johnstone, who is the niece of William Johnstone. William Johnstone is long deceased. And when he died, they tried to kind of cover up the fact that the guy was dead and just kept putting the books out until I imagine they were legally obligated to put J. Johnstone's name on there. I'm not sure she has anything to do with the books at all, but her name is on there. Could be wrong. J.A., if you're listening, let us know. Ralph Compton. And now, this is two novels in one. I like how they're doing this now, because a lot of these kind of like pulp, like neo-pulp westerns, they're in series, and they deliberately will try to make you think that it's not in a series so that you purchase the book, because if you know that, oh, this is book 14 in a series, and I haven't read any of them, and I don't even want to read 14 of anything, then they lose the sale. So they're pretty clever on not really letting you know that it's a series until you get in, like really look at the books. But this one has two books from the same series. Rough Justice, Death Rides a Chestnut Mare, and The Shadow of a Noose. So, haven't read either of them. And this is the last Johnstone here. Again, this is a two books in one, and it's a hardcover. Frank Morgan, The Last Gunfighter. And now this is just William Johnstone. These are older stories. It's from this series. What is the name of the series? Not sure. But yeah, these are both from a series, so there might be 2 or 3 in here. It looks like 3. Reprisal, Ghost Valley, and The Forbidden. So, yep. It says Sharpshooter Frank Morgan. It's Last Gunfighter, so cool. Sometimes there's a problem with Ollie's. They only had 2 of these copies. The other one was in way worse condition, and I just wanted this book. So a little bit of glue. That'll set that back, right? Nobody will even know. And a piece of tape on the back to hold this together. And maybe just a little bit of black marker, like on the edges before I do the tape. Like if you hit this with a marker. So when you put it together, there won't be any white showing. Should be good. Yep. $5 for this big one. The other ones were $3 a piece. I got one more hardcover book from there. I don't know who Bob Drury is, but I have read some stuff from Tom Clavin. It's a nonfiction, Throne of Grace, all about a particular mountain man. I think it's Jedediah Smith, maybe? What's his name? Jedediah something. But yeah, it's about a real life mountain man. And check out, isn't that awesome? It's like a little bit of a map. I just thought that was great. It's got lots of good pictures. Nice kind of, Western historical piece. I don't know if it's all about one guy or a bunch of different ones, but reading about mountain men is always fun. I think Kevin Toll is reading The Last Mountain Man by William Johnstone, and I bet a lot of it has to do with that character, that real life character, because a lot of dime novels and stuff were based on that guy, so it would be good to learn about. Just wanted to sneak this in there. I forgot while I was recording the video. After I left Ollie's, I saw that in this plaza there was a new dollar store that opened up, and I had this thought, and I was like, oh well, let me go check at the dollar store because I have like this theory, and I want to go test it. And the theory is that Ollie's has been buying all, like whoever the purchasers are for Dollar Tree, Dollar General, etc. I don't think that they're buying Compton and the Johnstone, Western, like all that Pinnacle Press kind of stuff. I don't think they're buying it anymore. I haven't seen anything new in a while around here. I'm in New Jersey. But maybe, I'm sure there's different purchasing agents in different parts of the country. So, you guys could let me know. But yeah, this is a new Dollar General, Dollar Tree, whatever. And so I knew all the stock was going to be brand new. So I walked in, and yeah, there no Westerns, not a single one. It's all kind of like that teenage fantasy kind of stuff with like the really pretty covers, and a lot of hardcovers there too. So yeah, if you're into that, definitely go check that out. But I don't believe, at least around here, that Dollar Tree or Dollar General is purchasing like Pinnacle, Ralph Compton, Johnstone, all that kind of stuff anymore. Could be wrong. Would love to be wrong. But yeah, just wanted to add that. I'm back. So I was looking for this. Now we're moving on to the used bookstore. I looked for it. couldn't find it. And if you've ever seen video, sometimes I show the used bookstore around the corner from the house. It's an absolute fire hazard. And yeah, I even tried fixing it one time. The lady ended up chasing me out of the store. So it wasn't uninvited. There's a whole thing behind it. But anyway, James Michener, Poland. Pretty cool. I'm excited to read this one. I got to finish Alaska, which I'm enjoying. Alaska's cool. I'm taking my time with it because honestly, it doesn't read like a novel, and it's not straight history. Reading that Michener book. This is my first Michener book that I'm reading. The experience of it is kind of like watching a series on like Discovery Channel or History. I haven't seen either of those channels in a long time, but at least they used to have like programs where they would reenact different like historical scenes, and it's like that. It's like that. Like the story isn't that deep. It's pretty surface level. But yeah, it's definitely keeping me entertained, and I'm learning stuff. So I don't watch History Channel or Discovery anymore. So it's kind of nice to have James Michener like take you through everything. Next two books are really nice. Really nice. We don't really talk about current events on the channel, but somehow I recall we're not supposed to be going to war. There's like, what was it? No new wars or something? I don't know. I don't remember what they were saying. But yeah, it was like no new wars. Something like that. Well, unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I don't vote because I don't see really any point in it. Especially if you look at how the electoral colleges work and districting, and so it's like your vote was already cast. They're really fighting for different districts. They're not actually fighting for individual votes. That's kind of a fallacy. But anyway, not to get too depressed about things. I'm super anti-war. I think it's so ridiculous. I'm not saying that there's never been a good war. I don't think that it's impossible to have a war worth fighting. Just, I was born in 1990. I don't think we've seen one. I don't know. People make like a debate for World War II. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not even sure that was worth all these people dying. But yeah. My favorite warmonger, Teddy Roosevelt. And this is a collection of his essays. Look at that. Nice. Gold leaf. I read the first one. These are jagged pills to swallow, to be honest. I like Theodore Roosevelt. He's difficult to like, to be honest. He's very interesting, but it's difficult to like him. I think part of the problem is like these guys are not they're not normal people like you and me. They're in a different part of society. Like all of our presidents were put into the position to do that. Nobody was really born like a common person and raised to the level of presidency. I don't think it would ever happen. I don't even know if it would be a good thing. But yeah, all those people are administrators. They're aristocrats, or they're working for some kind of like ulterior thing. They're not actually have anything to do with like the folk, like the American people. They really don't. They try to best represent us. Sometimes they put on a good show. Sometimes they look decent. But, I think we won't even get into it. What is the point? Okay. Now, nicer things. Western. This is all Westerns. This is a Western haul. Everything here was Western. We're putting Nutter Butters and Theodore Roosevelt in the Western genre, just as honorable mentions. This was The Gift, The Western, 4 classic novels from the 40s and 50s. Oxbow Incident, Shane, Warlock, and The Searchers. So, somebody said, Nick, you need to read The Searchers. And I was like, well, I haven't read that, and I need to read it. I knew I needed to read it, but it's hard to find a copy because that fake cowboy, John Wayne, made a movie, The Searchers, and now all these John Wayne fans bought up all the copies of The Searchers, so it was hard to find a copy of this. So Dustin is the one that suggested me read it, and I told him either I'm going to find it or it's going to find me. And within a week, that book showed up on my doorstep. I was very surprised. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I have books that I'm looking to get rid of and give away and stuff. Shane is one of them. I had a paperback version of it. It's a great story. I don't know if I need to keep a copy of it because every library in America has it. And now I could get rid of my paperback because I have this cool Library of America edition. This is my first Library of America book at all. They're really nice. I was shocked. The paper is so thin. Everybody says how nice they are and they're so expensive. I was shocked how nice this book is. So, that might be one that you're interested in. I think this came out recently too. So. That's what I got for you. Nice 15-minute video. Every video I keep saying, oh, I'm gonna do something other than what I've read and book hauls. So we'll get around to it. There's just a lot of extra life stuff going on as of late. But things are starting to kind of turn around, so get back into a bit of a routine of things. And yeah, until next time, find somewhere to hide, find something to read. Peace.